All right, enough Portugal. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
Spain clinched first place in their group after beating Sweden thanks to a late goal by the much-maligned Alvaro Morata. Jules, big sigh of relief for our boy Luis Enrique.
Big sigh of relief. It was, I think, a typical Spain performance in the sense that they had 1,000% possession of the ball, one shot on target, I think, the goal. I guess the shot before the goal too.
In like minute 85.
Yeah, minute 85 as well. If Forsberg had taken one of his chances for Sweden, the game might have opened up a bit more and Spain, but I guess they tried to control. For me, the biggest thing that we learned, and it's nothing new really, but how Gavi again I thought was amazing, and in such a high pressure game, because there was pressure even if they were at home, for him to play the way he did was just like wow. I don't know what's next and what's coming. He's only 17, but it's just crazy. I think
it was remarkable.
So much
because,
maturity.
You talk about maturity and experience, and I always wonder, the people who made mistakes in this game defensively. We saw Aspilicueta make a mistake. We saw Laporte was kind of all over the place. And then here's a 17-year-old kid, and he's not putting a foot wrong. Remarkable.
Yeah, it was crazy. So Sweden needed to win in Spain to qualify, but had they beaten Georgia, Gab, last week in the previous game, a draw would have been enough for them. But yet they bottled it. Did Sweden coach Jan Henderson get this one wrong? Especially we thought Ibra maybe would be on the bench for Georgia and then start against Spain or something like that. But in the end, he started against Georgia, and him and Isaac didn't really hit it up, and they ended up drawing that game that cost them.
Look, I appreciate captain hindsight. I like to play captain hindsight all the time. However, look, he played the percentages. I think it makes more sense, right? Where am I more likely to get the 3 points, or where am I more likely to get the draw? I know Ibra probably can't play 180 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Over 2 games so close. He is 40 years old. So I put my eggs in the Georgia basket, and they screwed that one up. They lost 2-0 to a team that really you need to beat. And obviously, had they done that, the layout would have been completely different for this game. And I think his plan would do that. And then against Spain, I set up more defensively. Spain has to come at me.
Yeah.
I hit them with Isak, and then late in the game, I scare them with Ibra. I think it's as simple as that. I don't think bringing Ibra on sooner in the game would have necessarily changed this, you know.
And if you haven't seen that Georgia-Sweden game, Georgia scored 2 goals from their very young winger, Kvaratskhelia, who is 20 and an amazing talent, so remember the name.
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, it's not easy to say, but still remember the name.
Jules, Group G is going down to the wire on Tuesday night. Let me set it up for you.
Yeah.
Holland are on 20 points. Turkey and Norway are on 18. Norway are away to Holland at Rotterdam. Turkey are away to Montenegro. Holland could be out of the World Cup by Wednesday morning. And yeah, it's because they let a 2-goal lead slip against Montenegro, conceding twice in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah.
How much faith do you have in Louis van Gaal?
I think they'll do it, but where I recognize myself is that who are the 2 countries the most arrogant in football? The French and the Dutch. And that second half against Montenegro is the Dutch, like the French against Switzerland at the Euros, thinking like, we've got this. It's easy, we've got this. We've walked through the first half. They were 2-0 up, or the first hour, let's say. Like the French coming back against Switzerland at the Euros and being 3-1 up and saying, we've got this. It's cool. And then poor defending from Van Dijk, from Daley Blind.
Daley Blind.
The way he doesn't even jump on the second goal.
He does. I don't know if he's expecting. I don't know.
The foul,
what he's
maybe
thinking.
you think, or what?
But you still jump, right? You think, oh,
yeah.
You felt like, oh, look, let me just stand here just in case he jumps on top of me, and the referee. You still have to contest the header. I gotta say, Daley Blind is extremely likable. His dad was extremely likable. Whatever else.
We like the family a lot.
But you got to ask serious questions after. I mean, he's going to be the first one to be absolutely crushed if this screws him up.
Yeah.
But that is a horror. Any other player makes a mistake, we'd be crucifying him right now.
Yeah. And to be fair, Gab, it could have been even worse for the Dutch if Norway hadn't screwed things up. They failed to beat Latvia at home, only drawing 0-0. No Erling Haaland, but that was a must-win game and the only Solos left in captivity.
Yeah. You still had Soilach, you still had your boy Martin Odegaard, who now can't even get into the Arsenal lineup. So he's well rested.
He was fresh.
1 million shots on goal. Yeah. I think 25 shots, something like that. Yeah, this really hurt. Now, they still control their destiny, which is weird, but it's an interesting situation to be in. How many, it's like blunders galore in this group.
Crazy.
Turkey, gobble gobble, are guaranteed at least a spot in the playoffs as long as they beat Montenegro away, which, as we find out, isn't a given.
Yeah, we saw.
Jules, they have to get this right.
Yeah, they have to get this right. Go for it. They won 6-0 against Gibraltar, which was good, but it was easy. You expected them to. But at least they would have a bit of momentum. And certainly, from a position where they thought maybe they were out of it completely, now they're back in, and you have to believe in it because at least it's a playoff spot for you, and that would be good. Kickoff is in a few hours as we record this, Gab, which is why we're not spending too much on it. But Italy may be going to the playoff. It's all because Jorginho missed penalties in the game against Switzerland, in the 2 games actually against Switzerland.
Yeah, that's right. And look, people are going to debate this endlessly. Is he good? A good penalty taker? Is he a bad one? I think he's a very good penalty taker. He's already hit 3 penalties this year for Chelsea, but obviously he's missed those 2 high-profile ones. Yeah. People say he missed one in the final against England. I thought he hit that one almost perfectly. Had it been perfect, it would have gone in. What's interesting is it obviously playing on his head now. And I think Mancini has a huge call to make. A big call to make to see, does he take another one? Because footballers are superstitious, right?
Very much so.
The analyst in me, the rational person in me says, no, well, who cares? Just let him take it again, right? Let him take it. He missed one against Switzerland. He'll view this as a redemption. As we saw, he took a horrendous one. Yeah. He changed his penalty technique.
Yeah, the run to it, the running.
There's no little jump at the end. I don't know what's going on in his mind. I think you just have to put your trust in people and and judge whether he's mentally there or not.
Italy going to Northern Ireland. Do you remember the last time they went to Northern Ireland?
No, it wasn't live in 1958. I don't need to talk about it.
Hey, go on, Italy.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.